Yo ninjas, I'm Kaio. In this tutorial I'm gonna show you 5 different push-ups variations that are useful for breaking. If you will need more help for your breaking, check out my Patreon link in the description. Push-ups are good exercises for breaking to improve your strength and explosiveness for your freezes, your tricks and even your power moves. Because in breaking we use this kind of push a lot of times. For example, we use it when we're going from a tartar freeze to a handstand, or from a side freeze to an elbow freeze, or even a little bit when we lift ourselves up from the elbow freeze to the handstand. We still use this push. So it's very good to have strong shoulders, triceps and a little bit of chest. Usually when I do push-ups, if I'm not sure if I'm with the back straight, I lift up my hips just a little bit. You don't have to do it too much, because if you exaggerate, you could mess up the exercise a little bit. But it's better being just a little bit like this than being harsh the other way, so doing push-ups like this, for example. In the regular push-ups, if you do them with the hands wide, like most of people do usually, so in this way here, and flaring the elbows out a little bit. It's not wrong, but I don't really recommend doing it for breaking. Because with this variation, you're using more the chest and a little bit less the triceps and the shoulders. You're still using them, of course. But usually in breaking, we are never with the hands so wide. Usually in baby freezes or side freezes or even elbow freeze, we're kind of close with our hands. Never like this, but more like this. And the way we push in breaking relies more on shoulders and triceps and less on the chest. So the first variation that I really recommend is just doing regular push-ups but with the hands closer and the elbows very close to the side of your body. So in this way here. As you can see, I'm not flaring anymore the elbows in this way, but I'm going like this. To do it, place your hands under your shoulders. They can be a little bit wider maybe, or just a little bit different, but not that much. So not like this, for example, or not like this, for example, or not too wide or too closed. Try to lean your hands at the same level with your shoulders and just go down like this without flaring your elbows. If you are a real beginner and if you lack of strength, you can do it on the knees, so in this way here. Or you can do it on something elevated, for example like this. How many reps and sets to do in each exercise, it's really up to you. You should first test yourself and try the exercises and try to do as many repetitions as possible of each exercise to understand where you are starting from. Then it's really subjective, depending on your goals, how to adapt the training. Usually you can start from 3 sets of each exercise and try to do like 70% of your maximal repetitions. So let's say that your record of push-ups is just 10. You're not gonna do 10 in each set, but you're gonna do 7. But this is not like always the optimal way to train it. It really depends on your goals. So this was the first exercise, just regular push-ups, but with your elbows not flaring, but close to the side of your body. Second exercise, it's very similar, but it feels different and it's heavier. It's the same thing, but this time you wanna turn your hands to the side and move a little bit forward with your shoulders. So you're not anymore with your shoulders above your hands, but your shoulders have to be a little bit forward in this way. When you go down, your hands are kind of like at the same level as your belly button. So you have to be with your hands like this. In this way, you're gonna put more pressure and train more your shoulders. Again, up to you which tempo to use, how many reps and sets to do. This one is going to be more helpful for breaking than the first one, because we're going to rely even less on the chest, but even more on the shoulders. And when we are doing freezes like this, we are relying way more on the shoulders and on the triceps to push up. And also our hands level when doing like the freezes, it's really down, it's not here, it's not up at the same level with the shoulders, but it's more down. So this exercise, it's way more similar to a tartar freeze to handstand than the previous one where we push like this. Third one, elevated push-ups. You can take a chair or something. They are also harder than the first one. For some people they can be a little bit easier than the second one. It depends also how high you're going with your feet. The higher you're going with your feet, the harder will be the exercise and the more similar to a handstand push-up it will become. Let's start very low, so for example like this, and just doing regular push-ups, still with your elbows in, like this. Not flaring with the elbows out, not going low with the hands this time, but just staying with the shoulders and the hands at the same level. When it becomes easy, try to lift up your feet even more. You can also use a wall. Always remember that the purpose of a tutorial is to give you a general understanding of how a move could be learned. But each move can be mastered in many different ways and there is no perfect tutorial for it. Each person has a different body shape, skills level, strength and flexibility. What could be useful for you could be totally useless for someone else and the other way around. What I try to do with my Patreon is to offer you a clear and customized plan to follow that works for you. If you only rely on tutorials, there is a high chance you are missing some points or doing some extra steps you don't need to do. If you want to have individual feedback, a specific training plan, or exclusive content, check out my Patreon link in the description and choose the monthly plan that fits you best. Remember that you can always cancel or change plan. Next one is very similar to the previous one, but this time you want to pike your body. In the previous one we tried to stay straight. Maybe you can pike just a little bit. The important thing is that you don't arch your back. But in this one we want to pike more. So you can start with your feet on the floor in this way and go down like this until the forehead almost touches the floor. This one is very similar to the previous one. I don't know if to put it in the same category or to put it like as the same exercise, because the ending goal is the same, reaching a full handstand slowly and doing the handstand push-ups. So in this one, same thing as before, you can start from the floor, but after being comfortable doing it like this, you can put something here and lift your legs up, your feet up just a little bit, and then do the same. When you feel more comfortable, try to put something a little higher and do them again, even higher, or you can do it on the wall if you want. The important thing is that you slowly and gradually lift your feet up more and more with time and with passions. Next one's clapping or explosive push-ups. You can do this variation in all the variations that we did before, but be careful because it's gonna be very hard, for example, to do a handstand push-up with a clap. So don't do it immediately with the variations, don't mix it too much, but try to do just the regular push-ups and add a clap. Before even adding the clap, just try to do a push-up, but a little bit faster and more explosive. Bam! For this specific case, if it looks too hard for you, start with this form here, flaring your elbows. For me, it's way easier with this form. And hop, hop. Like this, I think it's gonna be way easier. When you master it in this way, try to make your arms closer to your body and your elbows closer to your body. If you learn it in this way, with your elbows close to your body, it's gonna be very beneficial for combos like Tartar freeze or side freeze to handstand. You're gonna be way more explosive pushing yourself up. If you're strong in this variation, it's already easy for you doing it like this. Try to do this variation here with your hands to the side and leaning a little bit forward, but doing it a little bit more explosive. So going down like this, and from here, push up and try to jump. For me, this one is still hard. Last one, one arm push-ups. This one is going to be very beneficial if you want to practice tricks with one arm, for example, air chair to elbow, air chair to one arm freeze, but also for two hands variations, of course. Do the one arm push-ups on both sides. This is very important. Open your legs so you have more stability. Lean the arms a little bit more to the side, so stay open this time, and then you go down. You have to try to be with your shoulders at the same level, so not like this with one shoulder down, but try to stay here at the same level, and then push back up. Practice it only if the previous variations are easy for you. Don't force yourself too much with this one because you can easily stress your shoulders. There are also many more variations that you can try to do, but these ones are the easiest ones that are very useful for breaking. There is the tuck planche push-up, the planche push-up that is very hard, tiger bend push-up that is very good for breaking as well, the handstand push-up. So there are many more and many more advanced. These are a good starting point. Start with these ones, master them. Then when I will get better myself in these ones, maybe I'm gonna make another video showing more advanced push-up variations for breaking. Keep in mind that push-ups are not the only strength exercise that you can do for breaking. There are more. If you want more workout videos like this, let me know in the comments. Let me know if you're interested. If you will need more help for your breaking, check out my Patreon link in the description and see you next time with a new tutorial. Yo ninjas!